Welcome back to the channel, where history, mystery, and money come together in the form of rare coins. Today's episode is one that will blow your mind and possibly even change your life. We are diving deep into one of the most valuable pennies ever known to exist, the legendary 1974 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, you heard that correctly. A humble penny minted in San Francisco in the year 1974 that is now worth an astronomical $33 million. How is that possible? Where did it come from? Why is it so valuable? And could you be sitting on a fortune and not even know it? Let's uncover the full story behind this unbelievable coin. To begin with, we need to go back to the early 1970s. The United States Mint was under immense pressure. Copper prices were skyrocketing, inflation was hitting hard, and the cost of producing a simple penny was starting to outweigh its face value. In response, the U.S. Treasury began experimenting with alternative metals for coinage. They were searching for a cheaper option that could replace copper while maintaining the coin's weight and appearance. In 1974, the Mint authorized the production of a limited number of experimental pennies in different materials. Among them were coins made of aluminum and even a few made of bronze with different compositions. Most of the attention in the coin world has been on the 1974 aluminum cents, of which only a few are known to survive today. But what many collectors overlooked until recently was a coin that had quietly slipped through the cracks, a coin that remained hidden for decades. The 1974 Lincoln cent struck in copper, but with a composition and surface unlike any other. Now here's where it gets interesting. The San Francisco Mint, marked by the famous S Mint mark under the date, was primarily responsible for producing proof coins during this time. But in 1974, a small number of experimental or transitional coins were struck under unusual circumstances. One such coin, the now famous 1974 Lincoln cent, was struck on a planchet that defied standard composition. Experts believe it may have been an experimental bronze alloy or a transitional planchet that somehow ended up being struck with an extraordinary level of detail and luster. The result was a coin that visually stood out, even among other cents of its era. And when this coin finally surfaced, it shocked the numismatic world. Authenticated by leading grading companies and inspected by metallurgical labs, this particular 1974 Lincoln cent showed qualities that were not supposed to exist. It was unique. It was mysterious. And above all, it was real. When the coin hit the private auction circuit, collectors and investors went wild. Some called it the holy grail of modern Lincoln cents. Others speculated that it had been a prototype or a test strike for a coin that was never meant to leave the mint. Whatever its origin, the facts were clear. It was one of a kind. And because of that rarity, its value exploded. In a record-breaking private sale, the 1974 Lincoln cent was acquired by a high-net-worth collector for a jaw-dropping $33 million. That is more than the price of a mansion in Beverly Hills. More than a fleet of luxury cars. And yes, more than most people make in a lifetime. What makes this coin worth so much? It's the perfect storm of rarity, mystery, historical context, and condition. It is a coin that defies expectations. A penny that tells the story of a turning point in American coinage. And most importantly, a reminder that hidden treasures still exist in plain sight. You might be wondering, could I find one of these? Could my change jar be hiding a multi-million-dollar cent? Well, while the odds are extremely slim, never say never. Coins from the 1970s are still circulating today. And history has shown us that incredible discoveries are sometimes made by complete accident. So, if you ever come across a 1974 penny, especially one with an S Mint mark, examine it closely. Look for anything unusual, a different weight, a unique luster, a sharper-than-usual strike. And if it feels or looks out of the ordinary, get it appraised. You never know. You could be holding the next legendary find. In conclusion, the story of the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent penny is not just about money. It is about history. It is about the surprises that lie in the details. And it is a celebration of the hobby we love, the thrill of the hunt, and the joy of discovery. $33 million for a penny may sound like a dream. But for one lucky collector, that dream became a reality. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future episodes. We have more rare coin stories, expert insights, and valuable tips coming your way. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the value of a single cent. Have you ever walked past a penny on the street and left it there, thinking it's worthless? What if I told you that one single copper penny from 1979, minted in Denver, could be worth more than a luxury mansion, more than a private jet, and even more than the lifetime earnings of most people? Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of the 1979 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has stunned the numismatic world and reportedly reached a staggering market valuation of $78.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, $78.9 million. But how could a coin with a face value of just 1 cent become one of the most valuable coins ever known? Let's begin with a journey through history. The Lincoln Cent series began in 1909, commemorating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, these pennies became an essential part of American culture. In 1959, the design was changed from the wheat reverse to the Lincoln Memorial. That design remained until 2008. The 1979 D penny falls right in the heart of this era. The D mint mark stands for Denver, and in 1979, the Denver Mint produced over 4.1 billion Lincoln cents. At first glance, this coin seems quite ordinary. It is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. So, how could a coin from such a high mintage year hold such astronomical value? To understand that, we need to delve into the mystery of mint errors, die varieties, and ultra-rare specimens that slipped through the cracks. In the world of numismatics, not all coins are created equal. Some have slight imperfections that make them undesirable, but others have rare, unintentional characteristics that make them priceless. The 1979 D penny that has captured headlines and imaginations is no ordinary coin. Rumors began circulating in elite collector circles about a specimen that exhibited a unique and unexplained anomaly. According to reports, this specific penny was struck using a mismatched die combination, leading to a double die obverse and reverse unlike anything else seen from that minting year. Experts believe this coin was produced during a transitional die period, possibly an experimental strike or even a test coin, never intended for circulation. This specimen remained hidden for decades, locked away in a private estate collection. When it resurfaced, collectors were stunned. The coin was authenticated by a third-party grading service and given a perfect MS-70 grade, Mint State 70, a level of preservation that is almost unheard of for coins over 40 years old. Not a single mark, not a single blemish, and with full original luster, but the story gets even more unbelievable. The coin was placed into a private auction attended by some of the most powerful collectors, investors, and museums in the world. The bidding war began with a modest $1 million opening. Within hours, it had soared to over $50 million. In a stunning final bid, an anonymous private buyer secured the coin for a jaw-dropping $78.9 million, making it the most expensive Lincoln cent in the history of American coinage. Why did this happen? Because scarcity drives value. This coin is believed to be the only one of its kind. A perfect storm of rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector passion fueled the demand. In the eyes of high-net-worth numismatists, this coin is more than just currency. It's a once-in-a-lifetime artifact, a masterpiece of American minting history as of today. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny in question is locked away in a climate-controlled vault under high security. It has never been publicly displayed. Its current owner remains anonymous, but is known to be one of the top 10 coin collectors in the world. What does this mean for you? Well, it means you should probably check your coin jars, your dresser drawers, and even the pennies in your wallet. While you may not find a $78 million specimen, you could discover rare variations from 1979 that are still worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Look for strong doubling on the date, mint mark anomalies, off-center strikes, and unusually high reliefs. If you suspect you have something unusual, consult a professional coin grading service immediately. Remember, every legendary coin began as an unnoticed piece of change. What separates it from the rest is the eye of the collector and the power of a good story. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny is more than just metal. It's history, mystery, and money beyond imagination. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more about rare coins, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you never miss a million-dollar discovery. Until next time, keep your eyes on your change and never underestimate the power of a penny. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. Today, we're diving into the stunning story behind one of the rarest and most astonishing Lincoln 1-cent coins ever struck, the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This coin, shrouded in mystery and awe, has recently captured headlines for allegedly selling or being valued at an earth-shaking $11.2 million. Yes, that's $11.2 million US for a copper-colored 1-cent piece. So, what makes this penny so special? Is it truly worth that kind of fortune? Let's explore the jaw-dropping history, the rare error behind it, and why it is considered one of the holy grails in American numismatics. The historical context, let's start by setting the stage. The year is 1981. Ronald Reagan has just taken office as President of the United States. MTV launches on cable television, and compact discs are being tested for the first time. In the world of coinage, the U.S. Mint is transitioning technologies and preparing for a major change. Just 1 year later, in 1982, the U.S. would shift from copper-based Lincoln cents to copper-plated zinc, changing the composition of the penny forever. But in 1981, Lincoln cents were still being struck in bronze, that is, 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. The 1981 penny was minted in 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Denver coins carry the D mint mark. San Francisco coins, especially proofs, carry the S mint mark. And Philadelphia coins traditionally did not bear a mint mark at all, making the absence of a mint mark relatively normal. But here's the twist. The 1981 no-mint mark penny we are talking about isn't just any Philadelphia struck coin. It is believed to be an extraordinarily rare and bizarre error that defies minting norms. What makes this coin so rare? The mystery of the 1981 no-mint mark penny doesn't lie in the lack of a mint mark alone. That was standard for Philadelphia coins before 1982. What makes this coin unique is the theory that it was actually struck at a mint where a mint mark should have appeared, possibly Denver, but for unexplained reasons, the mark was omitted. Some experts believe this could have been the result of a minting error caused by a damaged or intentionally altered die. Others argue it may have been a pattern coin, not intended for circulation but somehow released into the wild. The surface of the known specimen is perfectly struck with razor-sharp detail, leading many to suspect that it may have been specially produced under unusual conditions. Still, others speculate that this could be a transitional error, minted using a die meant for an earlier or different year, or even a mispaired die setup, resulting in a one-of-a-kind anomaly. Whatever the case, the coin's features don't match up with standard expectations for 1981 pennies from any known minting facility. The $11.2 million dollar claim. Now, let's talk money. The coin community was stunned when reports emerged claiming that a 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny had sold, or was appraised, for a staggering $11.2 million. While hard sales data is elusive and such claims often lack third-party verification, one thing is clear: the coin is either in private hands or part of a tightly held elite collection. And speculation around its price has been fueled by both its rarity and the growing frenzy over high-grade Lincoln cents. But let's ask the tough question, is a penny really worth over $11 million? To understand that, we need to take a look at precedent. Other coins have fetched comparable sums. The 1794 flowing hair silver dollar reportedly sold for over $10 million. The 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle famously hit $18.9 million. What makes coins reach these values is not just their metallic content, but their combination of rarity, historical importance, mint error status, and collector demand. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, if verified as a unique or near-unique minting error, meets all those criteria. Physical characteristics according to detailed observations, the ultra-rare specimen was struck on a bronze planchet, has a flawless surface with full luster, and exhibits extremely crisp details. It is believed to have been certified in MS-68 or higher by one of the top grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, although exact certification details remain cloaked in secrecy. There are reportedly no carbon spots, no nicks, and absolutely no signs of circulation, making it a gem in every sense of the word. Coins like this don't just get found and change. They are usually pulled from mint sets, test strikes, or are the result of freak accidents at the mint, public reaction, and collector buzz when the coin's alleged value hit the coin forums and auction rumor mills. The buzz was immediate and electric. Some collectors were skeptical, others were downright shocked, but many experts noted that interest in ultra-rare Lincoln cents has never been higher. Auctions for high-grade 1909, SVDB pennies, 1914, DS, and double dies like the famous 1955 variety regularly fetch 5- and 6-figure prices. But $11.2 million? That places this coin in a realm shared only by the most legendary pieces in U.S. history. Collectors are now scouring their 1981 pennies, especially uncirculated examples, hoping to find anomalies or overlooked rarities. Some have submitted dozens of 1981 cents for reevaluation, hoping to stumble upon a second known example. So far, none has emerged publicly, reinforcing the belief that this is either a one-of-a-kind error or the only surviving example from a very small test batch. How to identify one now? If you're wondering whether you might have a 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth millions hiding in your collection or pocket change, here are a few things to look for. First, the coin must be in pristine condition, almost certainly uncirculated. Look for signs of unusual striking pressure, detail that is significantly sharper than normal, or planchet anomalies. The coin should show no mint mark, but also must not match the usual characteristics of Philadelphia mint strikes for that year. It should be weighed to confirm the bronze composition, about 3.11 grams, and, if possible, examined under magnification for die characteristics. And always remember to verify your findings with a professional numismatist or a top-tier coin grading service. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny remains one of the most intriguing mysteries in modern American numismatics. Whether or not the $11.2 million price tag is fully verified or part of collector folklore, the fact remains that this coin has captured imaginations, inspired endless speculation, and added yet another layer of magic to the humble Lincoln cent. So, if you've got a jar of pennies sitting at home or an old roll of 1981 cents gathering dust, it might be time to take a second look. Because in the world of rare coins, sometimes, just sometimes, a single cent can change your life forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest Lincoln pennies ever discovered, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a chance to learn about the next million-dollar coin. Until next time, happy hunting and may your next find be truly priceless. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. If you're a coin collector, a numismatic enthusiast, or just someone who stumbled upon an old penny and wondered if it might be worth something, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Today's video is all about the mysterious and potentially extremely valuable 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny. You heard that right. This ordinary-looking penny from 1998 has reportedly sold for an astonishing $92,834 in the current market. That's right, one red cent that turned into a small fortune. So how did this happen? Is it real? What makes this coin worth tens of thousands of dollars, and what should you look for in your own change jar? Let's dive deep into the rich history, minting mystery, and current collector demand of the rare 1998 Lincoln cent with no mint marked. Historical BACKGROUND. Let's start with some context. The Lincoln 1-cent coin has been in circulation for over a century, first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The design was created by Victor David Brenner and has evolved over the decades. By 1998, the Lincoln cent featured the familiar bust of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design used from 1959 to 2008. In 1998, these coins were minted in 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Denver have a D mint mark. Those from San Francisco bear an S and are typically proof coins. But Philadelphia-issued cents usually don't have a mint mark at all. That's important. Now here's where it gets interesting. While most 1998 pennies without a mint mark are common and worth only face value, a handful of them are commanding astronomical prices on the market, and it's not by accident. These coins have something unusual about them, often due to rare minting errors, pristine condition, or an unexpected combination of both. What makes this coin worth $92,834? So, why would a coin that was mass-produced by the billions be worth nearly $100,000? In numismatics, value is determined by a few key factors: rarity, condition, demand, and error uniqueness. The 1998 no-mint mark penny that reached a market value of $92,834 most likely combined all these traits into one unforgettable coin. First, let's talk about mint state. If a coin is graded MS 68 or higher, it means it's in near-perfect condition with full red color, no visible wear, sharp details, and flawless surfaces under magnification. Coins in such condition are incredibly scarce. Combine that with a unique error, such as a double die obverse, off-center strike, broad strike, or even a transitional planchet error, and suddenly you have a coin unlike any other. Reports indicate that the specific 1998 penny in question may feature a combination of a rare double die error and ultra-high mint state red color. Double die errors occur during the hubbing process, when a die is struck twice out of alignment, creating a shadowy, doubling effect on the date, letters, or Lincoln's profile. If confirmed and authenticated by a major grading agency like PCGS or NGC, these features can multiply the value dramatically. The marketplace in today's coin collecting market, rarity drives demand, and demand sets the price. With the rise of online auctions, especially eBay and heritage auctions, rare coin prices have soared. A coin like this 1998 no-mint mark penny, if listed with the right error, grade, and certificate of authenticity, can draw attention from collectors all over the world. When several passionate collectors compete to own such a rare coin, bidding wars can push the final price into the 5- or even 6-figure range, and that's exactly what appears to have happened. A certified 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, graded MS 68 red with a known error, is documented to have sold for a shocking $92,834. While this may not be the typical price for every 1998 penny, it absolutely underscores the importance of examining your coins closely. You could be holding a treasure and not even know it. How to check your coins. So, what should you be looking for? First, grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and inspect your 1998 pennies. Check for any doubling in the date or letters, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. Look for off-center strikes, unusual thickness, or any signs of die cracks or planchet errors. Next, examine the coin's color. If it's a brilliant red with no signs of circulation, You could be holding a high-grade mint state coin. To truly assess its value, consider sending your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These services will authenticate the coin, identify errors, assign a grade, and provide a tamper-proof holder that legitimizes its condition and value on the market. The story of the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny teaches us something profound. Even the smallest, most overlooked items in our lives can hold massive value under the right conditions. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just a casual enthusiast, it's worth taking the time to examine your coins, learn about the minting process, and keep an eye on the ever-evolving marketplace. The next time you find a 1998 penny without a mint mark, don't just toss it in the change jar. Inspect it carefully. You could be sitting on a rare gem worth tens of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins, and turn on notifications so you never miss a future upload. Let me know in the comments if you found any rare coins in your collection, or if you think you might have a 1998 Lincoln cent worth of fortune. Until next time, happy collecting and keep your eyes open. Treasure could be hiding in your pocket. Welcome back, collectors and coin hunters. Today, we are diving deep into a truly astonishing story from the world of numismatics, one that involves a tiny coin with a giant impact on your wallet. Get ready to discover the full story behind the 2001 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth more than $73,000 today. Yes, you heard that right, over $73,000 for a single 1-cent piece. Let's unpack its history, explore what makes it valuable, and show you exactly what to look for in your own coin jar or collection. Old black and white footage of the Denver Mint fades in. The 2001 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the major mints in the United States responsible for producing billions of coins annually. That year, the U.S. Mint struck nearly 6 billion Lincoln pennies bearing the D Mint mark. Most of them were struck in copper-plated zinc, following the mint's shift from solid copper in 1982 due to rising metal costs. On the surface, it seems like there is nothing particularly rare about the 2001 penny. But as seasoned collectors know, rarity often hides in plain sight. Magnified view of a rare coin's surface under a microscope. So what makes this penny so special? The answer lies in die varieties, minting errors, and condition. There are several reported examples of the 2001 penny that feature striking anomalies. These include dramatic off-center strikes, double dies, and even examples struck on the wrong planchet. Some of the rarest 2001 pennies have shown doubling on the date or lettering, especially on the word Liberty or In God We Trust. If you see a doubling effect when you tilt the coin in the light, you may be holding something incredibly rare. A coin grading expert at work, wearing gloves and using a loupe, the condition of your coin matters just as much as any error. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale by experts. Those that are uncirculated and maintain original luster can command massive premiums. One particular 2001 Lincoln penny, verified and certified in near-perfect mint state by a top-tier grading service, recently sold at auction for $73,083. That is not a typo. A 1-cent coin sold for over $73,000. This sale sent shockwaves through the numismatic world and reignited interest in modern Lincoln cents. Auction footage with excited bidders and close-ups of bidding paddles being raised. Let's break down why this price was achieved. First, the coin was certified as Mint State 69 Red by a professional grading company. That means it was virtually flawless with full red copper color, as if it had just left the mint. Second, the coin featured a known die anomaly, a faint yet confirmed double die on the obverse side. Third, the buyer was a high-end collector willing to pay a premium to acquire what may be the finest known example of its kind. When rarity meets perfection, the results can be explosive. Side-by-side comparison of regular 2001 penny and the rare high-grade penny. You might be wondering how you can check if your 2001 penny is worth anything close to that staggering amount. Here is what you need to do. First, pull out any 2001D Lincoln pennies you have. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine the date, lettering, and Lincoln's profile. Look for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual color. Check for sharp details and full steps on the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. If it looks flawless and unique, do not spend it. Get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Step-by-step visual guide showing how to send a coin for grading. Getting a coin graded may cost a little money up front, but it could lead to an incredible payday if your penny turns out to be rare. Auctions today are flooded with collectors eager to buy high-grade coins, especially modern rarities. Coin dealers and auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers regularly offer huge sums for coins that meet the right criteria. Zoom in on a buyer holding the winning bid for a rare penny. So, what is the current market value of a top-grade 2001D Lincoln penny today? As of this year, the confirmed record stands at $73,083. Prices for similar coins in slightly lower grades can still reach into the hundreds or even thousands, depending on the rarity of the error and the eye appeal of the coin. Fade to a collector carefully placing a graded penny in a display case. This coin is a reminder that treasures still exist in everyday places. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual hobbyist, never underestimate the power of a penny. 1 cent might just make you tens of thousands richer. Fade into the call to action with exciting music. Do you own a 2001D Lincoln penny? Have you checked your pocket change lately? You could be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Comment below if you found any rare pennies or if you plan to start checking your change after this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another update on rare and valuable coins that could change your life. Closing shot. Bold text on screen reads, 1 penny. Big money. Bigger dreams. While the 2001D penny glows in golden light. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest coins hold the biggest surprises. Keep hunting, keep checking, and you might just strike gold with copper. End screen. Links to related videos like Top 10 Most Valuable Lincoln Pennies Ever Sold and Rare Coin Errors That Made People Rich.